Good morning, friends.
Hello.
Welcome back to the channel. So we've had quite a drive today. Where have we come to, Ant?
We've come to Gunby Hall in Lincolnshire.
We have. This is a fabulous house that was built in 1700. It's nestled in the Lincolnshire Wolds, and it's so picture perfect on this beautiful sunny morning. The house was built for the Massingberd family. They were quietly influential, and they made a beautiful job of building this house. So do you want to come inside and take a look?
Let's go.
We arrived at Gunby Hall on a beautiful sunny April morning. The house sits secluded in splendour, flanked by the most charming walled gardens. It was built in 1700 for the influential Massingberd family. The house features intimate rooms along with very homely decor. There are some very interesting works of art, including a famous piece by Sir Joshua Reynolds. From its time of construction, Gunby would go on to be the Massingberd family home for over 250 years until passing into the care of the National Trust in the 1960s. Before moving into Gunby, the Massingberds lived in a medieval, moated manor house. However, they wanted a more modern home, so in the early 17th century they acquired the Gunby estate. The main part of their new home was completed in 1700. This was for Sir William Massingberd, the second baronet. His portrait still hangs proudly over the fireplace in the entrance hall. Some of the red bricks used in the construction of the new house were brought in from Holland in 1699. They were incorporated into the original building, which is 7 bays by 4 bays and 3 full stories in height, plus a basement and parapet. The red brick is embellished with stone dressings, giving a very formal look to the mansion. The only adornment is the elaborately scrolled pediment with the date 1700 above the main entrance doorway. It is very grand. In 1873, Gunby was extended, and again in 1898. This created the building we see here today. The extension is remarkably sympathetic, carefully retaining the William and Mary character of the house. In fact, on first glance, it looks period to the original building. After passing to the National Trust, Gunby Hall was tenanted from 1967 until 2012, after which the National Trust took over full management of the house. Today, the house is surrounded by over 100 acres of parkland and gardens. They were designed by the renowned landscaper Capability Brown. However, in its heyday, the estate extended to many thousands of acres. In fact, it reached all the way to the coast, including the seaside town we now know as Skegness. When the house passed to the National Trust in the 1960s, its entire contents, including all the furniture and works of art, were left inside. They were told that they must stay in the house, nothing to be added and nothing to be taken away. Therefore, the house today still retains a very strong, homely and family feel. The room we are now entering is the last formal room we saw on our visit. It is known as the music room, and it is by far the grandest and probably the most beautiful room in the house. The furnishings in this room are very tasteful, with some beautiful portraits. The room is fully panelled, which gives it a very warm feeling. We particularly liked much of the blue and white china on display in here and the magnificent ebony grand piano. From the music room, the house tour concludes down in the basement. Here we saw the kitchen and the wine cellar. There was a noticeable change in temperature. It is quite chilly down in the basement. Well, we've just been inside Gunby Hall and it's very lovely. The staff are so nice in there. We had a really nice welcome talk from Sue. Sue is an absolute legend. She told us a lot about the house and the family that was really interesting, and it's a house that's well worth a visit. So we've just come outside now and we're going to explore the very pretty gardens here at Gunby. That is the rear elevation of the house you can see behind me there. It's a really nice place, so if you'd like to see the gardens, stick with us. So we believe there's a very beautiful walled garden here at Gunby. So we're just going to stroll very leisurely on this beautiful day and see if we can find it. So, by the power of deduction and the clue of a very big red brick wall, we think that this is the entrance to the walled garden. How beautiful is this? We certainly couldn't have picked a better day to come here today. There's a beautiful, I think it's an apple archway down here that's all in full bloom. Looks absolutely beautiful. It's another one of these very picture perfect places. Look at that behind me there. Absolutely gorgeous. So just around here there is a very well stocked greenhouse. Obviously lots of plants being brought on for in the garden, and I guess also for in the house. Well, the walled gardens at Gunby are gorgeous. They literally just go one to the next, and some beautiful plants. There were even irises in flower in the previous one, so it's obviously a real sun trap here. It's the first time we've actually been to Gunby Hall and the estate here, and it actually reminds me of why Ant and I both love visiting historic houses. We never tire of it. Everyone is different, everyone has its own character and its own story to tell, but this is such a pretty English country estate. It's got everything. Well guys, that concludes our trip to Gunby Hall, and we really enjoyed that. What did you think of it, Ant?
I thought it was lovely.
Good. We think it was worth the effort. It was a 2.5 hour drive for us, but it was certainly well worth coming here today. We've just had a nice little pit stop in the tea room at Gunby before we head off home.
Come on, sure.
It was very tasty, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
And a little bit of cake as well. You can't have a treat without cake. So we hope you guys really enjoyed looking around Gunby Hall and the walled gardens with us. If you did,
Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, comment and ring that bell.
please do guys, it really helps out the channel. So we hope we found you well today, and we will look forward to seeing you next time. Take care guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.